Hello, welcome to another World of Warplanes video. This time I'm flying out in my Spitfire Mk again, and well, I'm just going to talk about this game. See, this one, it is going to be a quick game. It is on the Arctic map, I think this is called. Yeah, that'll do anyway, you know which one it is. And well, I say it's a tier 6 game, but it doesn't really matter when you're in a turn fighter. And I mostly use the Spitfire as a turn fighter, simply because it can outturn most anything anyway, so why not? So I've gone... Well, actually I haven't gone that high. But I was going to go higher, but then I've seen most of my team, or at least the people in front of me, are actually lower, so I choose not to. Anyway, we've spotted an enemy P40. And an enemy something else. And there's a Bowfighter, and there's a Spitfire, and the P40's climbing, but I decide not to go for it because the Bowfighter looks like it's coming in at me, but it turns off and heads to my ally. And well, I'm looking on the radar and there's nothing coming at me, so I'm pretty happy to go up here and put some shots into this Bowfighter while it's, well, basically stalling almost. We trade some damage, but we take a bit from its tail gunner. Actually, we take a lot of damage there. But I break off because I saw there were, well, I think it was a P38 and a Spitfire coming at me, and I'm not keen for that fight. While I'm diving, I see that this friendly Focke-Wulf has a 0 on its tail, which is not a great situation to be in. And well, now there are a whole bunch of fighters down here. So I cut my throttle and pull on the flaps, and I'm hoping that I won't overshoot the 0. I really should have done a yo-yo, but I don't know why I didn't. But anyway, I was going to overshoot, so I do a little roll to get behind it. And there's my first kill. So Yak-7 coming almost head on at me. Put some shots in and actually managed to hit the Focke-Wulf I just saved. A few more shots in the Yak-7. I kind of want to fly these multi-roll Yaks just to see what they're like. I've never flown them before. And I don't quite get the kill there, but I've got my flaps on, so I should be able to get round behind it pretty easily. And well, there's kill number 2. And you might notice there's only 3 aircraft left on the enemy team. So as I said, this was going to be a quick game. I try to put some shots in the P38, but I miss. And then I break off because the P40 is on my tail. Well, it's dead. Here comes the Bowfighter. Unfortunately not coming at me, so I'm going to be able to get some shots in as it passes. See, it was on fire there briefly, but it used its fire extinguisher to put it out. And now... I saw that bomb drop, but I wasn't anywhere near, but I think it's probably going to drop another one soon. But there it goes, it missed me. I set it on fire, but because it's used its fire extinguisher, it's going to burn. But of course my team gets the kill instead of me. And with the P38, it's turning, it's running for base. And well, we give chase, but I'm aware that I've only got 70 hit points left. And I'm thinking that unless it pulls up and comes back to us real soon, I'm basically not going to be able to live here. Well, AA starts shooting at me, so yeah, it's time to get out. And just watch what happens to my hit points. I'm on 70 at the moment. 67. 61. I've chosen a bad angle to get out of there. 56. 49. 42. 37. 31. 25 and my engine's damaged. 22. And well, basically, because I delayed leaving the enemy's AA area, I took a lot of damage. If I had delayed like probably half a second more, well, I'd probably be dead. But my team get the kill, so we won that in the end. Actually, only 2 enemy aircraft destroyed, but still 1300 experience. I'm guessing that was times 2. And well, I actually managed to get top of my team in both damage and experience, which I was actually surprised because I didn't think I did that much. Only 6% accuracy, but that's pretty average for the Spitfire, I find. This next game, it goes for much longer. And we are on National Park, and it's a larger game. And my team's doing the smart thing here, and we're all kind of grouping up in the centre. You see, I've gone a bit higher. I usually go probably around 2,500 metres is my usual starting altitude for the Spitfire. Sometimes a bit higher. As you see, I'm basically there now. Some of my team are above me, most are below me. Which, well, that's an alright place to be. I can see there's one IL-2 bombing something up north, probably strafing more likely. And well, the other one's up there as well, so I'm thinking there's probably some fighters going to be up north, so I should go deal with them. But I was actually thinking I should just fly out of this clouds, and then I'll head north, just in case there's someone right in front of me. Well, as you see, there's a 109E at 1,500 metres out, and below me, which is pretty ideal. So it's dogfighting our F4F here. And well, my first burst there completely misses. But I'm easily able to keep on this guy's tail. And... oh, I miss. But there's my first kill. And there's someone shooting at me. So I go evasive. Thought about going on that Mk3, but decided to look up behind me and I see a Spitfire, and it's probably my job to kill that guy. I'm putting my shots in. Something's shooting at me again. It's a P40, and that's a nice easy kill, and since it went to the trouble of shooting at me, I might as well return the favour. It's a bit of manoeuvring, and well, I'm in a firing position now. Not a great one, but after this turn I should be pretty well right on its tail. And then the other Spitfire on my team are going at it. Pull a bit to get out of the plane of the engagement just so I don't hit that Spitfire on my team. Dive back in. And my aiming was poor then. Should have had the kill, but not quite. Fortunately, the other Spitfire on my team seems to be just as poor, and that was some good shooting. Wasn't aiming at the marker because I could see the P40 was going to come straight at me, and here's an IL-2 coming straight at me. So I go evasive, and luckily I only take about maybe 10 hit points of damage. And luckily this is an IL-2, so it's got no tail gunner. And at this kind of altitude it's not going to be able to drop bombs, so we're actually kind of safe to just sit here and fire away. It's going low, which means it's probably going to intend to drop a bomb. And, well, you saw it drop the bomb, but I was very lucky to get that kill, considering it was out of my effective range, and I suppose I was doing alright. See here, there's a Mk3 up high there, and a 109E over there. But I'm not keen to engage them right now since they're both above me. I just generally don't like climbing into a dogfight. Well, there's at least one enemy aircraft, either the Hurricane or the IL-2 strafing in our base. So I'm going to go get them first. And well, the answer was it was both of them. See, the Hurricane 2D is coming up at me. I figure with its 40mm cannons it can't climb very well. I don't know that for a fact, but I assume it can't. So I just loiter above it. Do a few turns to make it lose its energy, and well, there you go, it's just stalled. Down I come, cut back on the throttle. Well, that really wasn't a kill, that was more of a murder, but I'll take it. So there's still those two enemy aircraft up high, and well, I'm not keen on climbing up to fight them, so I'll go for the IL-2 down low. It looks like someone else on my team's diving down to help out. See, the IL-2's going low, and I assume that means it's going to bomb something. So I pull up. But no bomb went off. We're coming back around again, cut back on the throttle. Put some shots in, but again it's flying straight and level and low, so I'm thinking bomb. But it seems not. Now it's rolling, so I know it can't drop a bomb in this situation, so I'm fine to just blaze away at it. And I actually pulled up there, partly because it leveled out, partly because my teammate was shooting me in the back. And here we go again. I've kind of decided by now that this IL-2 it just mustn't have any bombs left. Would have tried to use them by now if it had them. So I'm just sitting on its tail, and while I pull up because I was getting a bit close, and there was a bomb. So apparently it was just saving onto it for, I wouldn't suppose, a rainy day. Come back around. And there you go, that's my ace medal. And well, those two enemy aircraft, they both won one-on-one dogfights, but the Messerschmitt 109 decided to crash right afterwards. So there's just a MiG-3 left on the enemy team. And I saw it was flying towards us, above the hills here, kind of to my right. But of course my team scatters off in every direction. So I'm basically the only one going after this MiG-3 here. When it's spotted and it's well above me. But it probably hasn't spotted me just yet since I'm so low to the hills. I've managed to come around behind it, but I'm still below it, so it's going to be a while to get up to its altitude. And I was just flying away. It's possible it hasn't spotted me yet, and it's still going after the IL or whatever is that's attacking its base. But I'm starting to think the guy's just going to let the game run out, doesn't want to pay for the repair costs, and will be willing to accept the fact that it doesn't get any more kills. I mean, especially since it would actually be pretty easy for it to kill me, given its altitude advantage and that I'm above where I can maneuver effectively. But yeah. So well, that's this game. As you can see, kind of a dull way to end, but still a pretty good game. Actually, I'll just mention one thing here, is that in the last video I did on the Spitfire, I decided that I like the 8 machine gun setup to the, compared to the 2 cannons and 4 machine gun setup. But the one disadvantage of that is that the cannons are very useful at fighting energy fighters, since you often only get shots at them at a couple hundred meters range. Well, you saw the stats went past, nothing really surprising. Ace medal, lots of damage, lots of experience. Anyway, this last game is on Bay, and I've shown you this bit at the start just to show you that basically I kind of thought we were going to have a hard time in this game. The enemy have 2 P-51As and a 110E, and we have no high altitude fighters. So I was thinking we're probably going to lose at high altitude, and then we've got an advantage at low altitude with me, the LA-5 and the Spitfire 5 against the enemy Spitfire and A6M2, and again at kind of medium altitude with their, I suppose, the Hurricane and P40 against our 2 P40s and the Focke-Wulf 190. But I'm thinking if the enemy P51s and the 110E can just, they'll effectively just be straight off fighting our, P40s and Focke-Wulfs, and they'll probably win there, and then they'll come down low and probably beat all of us Spitfires. So I wasn't exactly happy in this game. Not happy, confident. That's why you see me, I'm staying a bit low. I'm only at 1800 meters, and while I'm waggling my wings a bit there just to try and lose speed. And while you see me here, I'm going, well, there's something down low, and I'm a low altitude fighter, so I should go get it. But I see an enemy aircraft. I believe that was a 0. And while I'm not quite so cowardly, they'll dive away from a fight. Yep, here comes a 0, and it's coming straight at me. So I roll away and turn to avoid its shots. And I'm hoping to get around on its tail, but no, it's coming after me, and I'm not going to be able to outturn it. But I kind of roll a bit to try and make its job more difficult. And when my friendly low altitude fighters coming to save me, put a pretty powerful hit into the zero there. And it levels out after a P40 and I tear it apart. Well, no I don't, I get an assist. Okay, well here's one of those Mustangs that I was so scared of. And it's being stupid and turn fighting with us. Missed my first burst, but that was never going to hit, I shouldn't have shot. This time I should get it. Yep, getting some hits in, not a lot though. You can see that Spitfire shooting at me. I looked like I ignored it, but I didn't, and I was just waiting for it to get past me. It's kind of feeling that P51 had enough enemies on its tail that I really didn't need to add to it. Let's put some shots into that Spitfire. And I should be able to get around on its tail since it'll be turning, you know, with a much slower aircraft. But it manages to break off we'll break the LA5 off the P51's tail, so I figure its job's actually done. Well, it probably thinks that. But come around, get some shots in, and there's the other P51A. It's doing what it should be doing and diving in and out. I'm not really sure why that Spitfire stopped manoeuvring then, but well, I'll take the assist again. Still, I did a lot of damage to that one. Here we go, P51A. This was the good P51A, which is now just running away from us. Which I suppose is pretty smart since it's clearly outnumbered. And it should take us back to its friendly AA and its friendly P40, wherever that P40 is. Not sure why it's turning so much as it is, but it is. Anyway, I'm climbing up because I don't want to get into AA, and I figure it's going to be above and below, and here comes the P40. I put some shots in, but again they were never going to hit. Did a few hits on the P40, but nothing significant since the range was quite long. I can't quite get my nose around to kill it yet, but now I should do it. Oops, overshot a bit. Getting some decent hits in there. Coming around a bit more. That's the last enemy aircraft, and I'm on its tail. And it's not going to live very long at this rate. I just can't quite get my guns on target. So I break off to get a better angle, a bit more separation really. And come in. And that's lining up perfectly for me, but it rolls out of my gun line. And I'm coming around. And no, there's my third assist, which you might know is a supporting fire medal. So only 600 experience for that one, but it wasn't times 2. You see, third most experience on my team, but I actually did, well, I was going to say I did the most damage, but not 100%. I did a lot of damage, more than most. But you see, only 4% accuracy, and that's why I wasn't getting kills. I just wasn't shooting well that game. Well, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.